Weekly HF Net. Every week we meet to discuss our latest adventures in the fantastic hobby of amateur radio. We're just a friendly group of radio amateurs that exists because of the YouTube channel of the same name and the great work that Josh, KI6NAD, does there. If you never checked in with us before, we invite you to come along with us. If you're a general class or higher licensed ham radio operator, you are welcome. We already have a great crew of early check-ins, so this time we'll open up to anybody else that wants to join in the fun tonight. Please come now, give me your call sign phonetically. Anybody looking to check into the HRCC Net, come now. All right, I guess I got them all. Let's see here. Let's give James a break this week, maybe. Matt, K7UAP, you keep asking me to relay, so go ahead, take a call, my friend.
Thanks and good evening. This is Matt, K7UAP, taking check-ins for the HRCC Net. Taking check-ins, standing by.
Whiskey Yankee 0 X-ray.
November 6, Sierra India Delta.
Whiskey 0 Yankee X-ray, I've got you.
Correction, it's a 2x1. Whiskey Yankee 0 X-ray.
Sorry about that. Whiskey Yankee 0 X-ray. Anybody else?
Kilo Delta 9,
Sierra India Delta.
Kilo Delta 9, what was your suffix?
Victor, Kilo Zulu, Kilo Delta 9, Victor, Lima Zulu.
Kilo Delta 9, Victor India Zulu, or Lima Zulu, I'm sorry. We got you checked in. Anybody else?
Kilo November 6, Sierra India Delta.
Kilo 6, one more time, please.
Relay.
Go ahead, relay.
It's Kilo November 6, Sierra India Delta.
Okay, got him. Checked in. Anybody else for the HRCC West Coast relay? All right, Evan, back to you. This is K7UAP.
Okay, Matt, thanks for your help tonight with relays. We appreciate it. This is Whiskey Kilo Juliet Romeo for the Ham Radio Crash Course, Weekly HF Net. And per usual, everyone has a chance to tell us what you've been doing with the hobby in the past week or so, maybe an accomplishment or a project you're working on. First up, BE2LRZ. Good evening, Eric. What have you been up to with the radio? Go ahead. On the ground, building a tunnel, for the runs, for the that does not work very well up from here. This is very busy. Okay, Eric, sounds good. Hopefully you get a chance to play some photos, keep warm, and hopefully you make lots of contact. Let's see here. Whiskey 7 Echo Yankee. Good evening, James. Thanks for checking in tonight. What have you been doing with radio in the past week? Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Whiskey 7 Echo Yankee. It's been a lot of DX and 10-meter stuff. I actually worked the Congo DXpedition TN8K on FM 10 meters, which was the first 10-meter FM contact I've ever made. So that was cool. And I do also plan to activate this weekend, going snowmobiling tomorrow, and I will be at a park, so I'll probably stick around the parking lot for a couple hours and work or activate for the park event this weekend. And that's it. Whiskey 7 Echo Yankee, back to net.
James, sounds like a good time, and good luck. Hopefully the bands are in your favor and you make all kinds of contacts. November 4, Alpha Tango Uniform. Good evening, Stephen. Thanks for checking in with us tonight. What have you been up to with radio? Go ahead.
Oh, good evening, Evan. Thanks for letting me check in. Just making further preparations for Winter Field Day, which is next weekend. We're going out to a Toda Park, so we're going to do a twofer. Winter Field Day and Toda. So it'll be a lot of fun, a lot of prep for that. But in the end, it'll be a good time. So that's what I've been focused on this week, Evan. I'll send it back over to you. W8KJR N4ATU.
Okay, Stephen. Good to hear you tonight. Glad to have you join us and glad everything's going all right for you. November 5, Sierra Kilo Tango. Good evening, Don. Thanks for checking in. What's new with you and radio in the past week? Go ahead.
Hey, Evan and Rick. Well, today I got some mount breakfast signaling, so I'm doing that. I'm going to check those on my car tomorrow. Probably work with Portland Park. Then earlier today, I guess it was earlier in the week, I convinced Josh to buy me a race. That's all. But anyway, put up the last weekend. I put up the DX Commander repeat for the Sun time working again. I'm going to get it back on 2 meters so I can continue to try to. And then I got the new plates in Callum to replace the plates that broke about last weekend. And so I'll be in a couple of weeks because next week is Portland Park and then do it. Hopefully some weekend in March I'll be able to get on and strip my plastic down and get some plates on and do all that. But anyway, that's what's up with me this week. W8KJR back to that.
Okay, John. Thanks for checking in, and always a pleasure to have you with us. Nice sounding signal tonight. So I hope you have a great weekend ahead playing some radio. Next up, Kilo Oscar 4 Echo Bravo Echo on the ham radio crash course net. What have you been doing with radio in the past week? Go ahead. As it can be. You got a beautiful signal tonight. Here in Northwest Ohio. Thanks for checking in on the ham radio crash course net. Kilo Oscar 4 Kilo Tango. Thanks for checking in with us tonight. What have you been doing with radio in the past week? Go ahead. Rick, thanks for joining us this evening. It sounds like everybody's got Toda in the forecast for this weekend. I don't know yet. It's looking a little bit cold up here, so I guess I'll live vicariously through everyone in warmer climates or brave enough to rank the cold. This is W8KJR, net control for the ham radio crash course net. Next up, I've got November 0 Zulu Sierra Yankee. Christopher, what is new with you in radio in the past week? Go ahead.
This is my first time checking out HRCC Net. I'm just videos and this weekend, I think I'm actually going to be looking at doing some VHS content. We can go out, take my car around, manage to activate on the VHS content. So that's putting together.
Okay, Chris. Well, thanks for checking in. Glad to have you join us for your first time here. Hopefully you'll make it a regular stop for you on Friday night. I'm glad to hear you enjoy the videos and it helps you rekindle your interest in the hobby. Josh does a fantastic job with those, and it's super fun to help out with some other aspects of the community here, like the HF Net. This is W8KJR for Ham Radio Crash Course HF Net. KC1 November, Whiskey November. Noah, what have you been doing with radio in the past week? Go ahead. Okay, KC1NWN, I hear you just barely. Go ahead if there's anything else. Okay, thank you. I did get most of that. Conditions changed a little bit, so you checked in. Thanks for joining us this evening, and I hope you have a great weekend ahead. Next up, November 0, Alpha Delta. Thanks for joining us tonight. What have you been doing with radio in the past week? Go ahead.
Hey, good evening there, Evan, and everybody else on the net. Yeah, beautiful Friday night here. I would say just playing a little HS throughout the week. Been really liking that high solar flux we got going on. And, yeah, and had a Handfest coming up this weekend. Bob Heil and Callum are actually going to be presenting, so looking forward to that. And, you know, and playing radio throughout the weekend in between the radio blackouts. So, yeah, that's all I got going on. I'll go ahead and pass it back to net in 080 back to net.
Okay, Wayne, thanks. That does sound like a good time. Thanks for joining us this evening. Next up on the Ham Radio Crash Course Net, I think this is another first-time check-in. Kilo 5, Hotel, India Papa. John, good evening, and welcome to the HRCC Net. What have you been doing in radio in the past week? Go ahead.
Hey, Evan. Thanks for calling me out here. Yeah, busy week. I started last weekend doing the soda activation of the tallest peak in Connecticut. Actually, I went up to the tallest, and then I figured out that wasn't the soda peak, so I had to climb back down and go up another mountain in Massachusetts. Today I completed the DX 100 award on QRZ. The bands of Billy and Hoppin. Warming up after that soda expedition with my jack here in the house. Today I'm trying to figure out how to do some VHF contests for tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a dry run for the summer contest, so it's good. Anyway, thank you. 7:30.
All right, John, congrats on the soda activation and some of the other fun. So glad to have you joining us tonight. Hopefully you'll make it a regular stop here on the weekend. Appreciate it. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and take November 7th, Delta Bravo Kilo. Good evening, Dustin. What's doing you in radio in the past week? Go ahead.
Good afternoon. You dropped out on my noise, but I heard my call in there. Just playing HF a little bit. Noticing that they wanted to kind of garbage in the morning, but really good in the afternoon. Just got myself dug in Dakota lately. My first time. I've only done a couple parts, but I'm gonna go after tomorrow. Maybe do some additional modes. I'm only QRP for 10 watts, so and the vertical, so I can't get much. Give it a try. Thanks for running the net tonight. Thanks for taking my check. I'll turn it back to you and send it to you.
Okay, very well. I thought you said back to that, but I wanted to make sure because it was really up and down. Thanks for checking in, Dustin. Good to have you in here this evening. Okay, I am going to go ahead and take another quick standby for check-ins. There's some people chomping at the bit. So, William, Robert, Nate, Richard, hang tight, guys. We'll get you in there shortly. This is WA page around for the ham radio crash course. And anybody else looking to check in tonight, please come now with the call sign.
Kilowatt Mike 2 Quebec.
Whiskey Zulu 7 Kilo.
Whiskey Bravo 3, Juliet Alpha Charlie.
Okay, net control will acknowledge Kilo Mike 2 Quebec, Whiskey Zulu 7 Kilo, WB3 JAC, and Kilo 7 Hotel Sierra Hotel who is in and out. Anybody else? Okay, I think it was Alpha Delta 1 Charlie Tango in Colorado, is that correct? Okay, got you checked in, my friend. Will you be around for comments? Appreciate it. Got you on the list. And it looks like Chris was in and out. Whiskey Zulu 7 Kilo, so I'll make that change. Anybody else that wants to check in on the ham radio crash course net, please come now. All right, we'll pick up where we left off. And Matt, K7UAP, hang tight because I'll have you take your turn, and then I'm going to have you take your two relays, okay? So that's why we're a little out of order. So next up, I've got Whiskey Delta 4, Delta Uniform Oscar. William, thanks for checking in. What have you been doing with radio in the past week? Go ahead. Whiskey Delta 4, Delta Uniform Oscar. Not much. It's my first time working back in the radio in a couple weeks. Feel like checking into the net for the first time. And we got me started in the radio and how to better that. So, keep checking in. So that's okay, appreciate it. Glad to have you join us tonight, and you're coming into Northwest Ohio here at about a 5-7 or so. So, sounded pretty good. Next up, Kilo Bravo 8 Uniform Foxtrot Papa. What's new with you in radio? Go ahead.
Good evening, Evan. Good evening, everybody on the net. This is Robert down in South Florida. I have been spending a lot of time doing my usual Minnesota, and let it be afternoon. What's a bit up over 200 for most of the week, so I picked up South Pacific. I picked up East Caledonia. I also made my first actual FFD Austin contact on 10 meters. And I also did a 10-meter FM USO simplex with a guy in New York from Florida. That's like 1,500 miles on FM. So I was pretty proud of that. So I'm going to hand it back over to you, and I'm going to go ahead and follow the stream for you guys. Have fun, 7-3.
All right, Robert, thanks for checking in tonight. Good signal into Ohio, and it sounds like you're really making good use of the good propagation lately, which has been fantastic. Okay, so next up, Kilo 7 Uniform Alpha Papa. Matt, I'll let you go ahead and take your turn, and then if you can, after you're done with that, I'm going to have you call Whiskey Yankee 0 X-Ray and KN6SID, and before you throw it back, okay? K7UAP, take it away.
Great, thanks, W8KGR. This is K7UAP, Matt. My weekend ham radio. Well, I cleaned up the shack this week and put all my radio stuff on its own table. Freed up my main desk for my computer stuff. Other than that, I've been enjoying the great propagation during the day and doing a lot of FT8 and stuff. Thanks. Other than that, I'm going to hand it off to Whiskey Yankee 0 X-Ray. Nate, how was your weekend ham radio?
Okay, guys, good evening, and yep, sorry got on checked in late, but only ham super activity this week was helping out with my second BE test, so enjoyed that. They got new ham and an upgrade done, so the team's doing their thing, and that's a ton of fun to help out with the remote testing. So definitely the wave of the future there, I guess you'd say. And that's all I've got. Back to that. Whiskey Yankee, 0 X-ray.
All right, thanks a lot, Nate. Glad you had a good week. Kilo Delta 9, Victor India Zulu. David, how was your week in ham radio? Okay, nothing heard. KN6 SID, Rick. How was your week in ham radio?
SID, I didn't do too much this week, except I put in a 300 hertz filter into my DX10, and I sat in on my first exam as a volunteer examiner for a general upgrade, and that's pretty much it. Over.
Cool. Well, congrats on that. I am going to take check-ins one more time for HRCC Net. Anybody out there would like to check in the HRCC Net?
Whiskey Bravo 3, Juliet Alpha Charlie.
Whiskey Bravo 3, Alpha Bravo Charlie. I've got you checked in. Anybody else?
Whiskey 8, Foxtrot November Golf.
Oh, I know that call sign. Whiskey 8, Foxtrot November Golf. Got you checked in. Anybody else? November 8, I can barely hear you in there. Anybody else can relay for this person?
November 8, Charlie Hotel Oscar.
November 8, Charlie Hotel Oscar. I got you that time. Okay, anybody else?
Kilo Bravo 6, Alpha Zulu hearing you, over.
Kilo Bravo 6, Alpha Zulu. Got you checked in. Anybody else for the HRCC Net?
Kilo Bravo 2 November.
Kilo Bravo, one more time, please.
Kilo Bravo 3 November.
Kilo Bravo 2 November. Got you checked in. Thank you. Anybody else? Oh, I heard somebody in there very light. One more time, please. Alpha Echo 4, Alpha Whiskey. Got you checked in barely. Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, nothing heard. Back to you. Whiskey 8, Kilo Juliet Romeo.
Okay, Matt, thank you so much for your check-ins and for helping out with the relays tonight. Much appreciated. Next up, let's go ahead and grab some of the Eastern folks here. Kilo Mike 2, Quebec. Good evening, Kenneth. Welcome tonight. What have you been up to with radio?
Thanks for hosting the net, Evan. Not much been doing in the world of radio. Mostly just been working on getting my repeater up and running. Having some fun with it. I have been playing on 2 meters a lot lately and managed to get a contact from New York remote station to Alaska on 2 meter FM. And I can hear the guy clear as day. He was only running 50 watts into a beam. And I managed to get an S9 plus 60 report across the continental U.S. And really enjoyed that. Been playing a lot on 2 meters. It's opening up, especially with the solar cycle getting as hot as it is. And, hang out with all you guys in the air, and it's impressive hobby. What's going on? Continues to impress me. But other than that, not much. Hopefully, I'll get my vertical put back up, and we'll be on the air soon from my own station. And I'll say 73 to everyone, and pass it back to Net Control.
All right, this is Whiskey 8 Kilo Juliet Romeo, Net Control for the Ham Radio Crash Course Net. Thank you, Kenneth, for checking in. It's always a pleasure to have you in here. Glad things are going well and you're making progress with the repeater. And Next up, Whiskey Bravo 3, Juliet Alpha Charlie. Good evening, John. Thanks for checking in. What have you been up to with radio in the past week? Go ahead.
Thanks, everybody. Hello to everybody on the net. Last Saturday, I found myself down at our house in New Jersey with nothing to do. So I did a 5-park round. Earned myself a warthog award. And made 2 foreign parks that are new, Barbados and Costa Rica, both single cycles. That was pretty cool. And then later in the week, they made FCA contests of Maltby and Haiti. Again, two new countries for me. I think it brings me up to about 142. So now I'm getting there. Having fun along the way. Hope everybody else has fun. Back to net. WB3JAC.
All right, thank you, WB3JAC. Thanks for checking in. Hearing lots of people getting some great contacts lately. It's an exciting time to be in this hobby for sure. Next up, Alpha Delta 1, Charlie Tango. Welcome to the HRCC Net. What sort of things have you been doing with radio in the past week? Go ahead.
Yeah, Alpha 8122 here. Put a few antennas for my HF station. Got an Exxon J-pole and got that up and running, so considerably improved my situation there. Just getting ready for the North American QSO party tomorrow, so hoping to make a bunch of contacts and see how I run. AD122 back to net.
Okay, Cameron. Hey, thanks for checking in with us tonight. Pretty good signal from Colorado, about 5.5, 5.6 or so. So good to have you in here with us. Well, next up, I've got some people that are close to me that aren't hearing me so good because of the way the band's going. So if I could enlist your help again, Matt, K7UAP, could you grab the last 4 on the list for me, please?
Yes, absolutely. Whiskey Bravo 3, Alpha Bravo Charlie, Mark. How was your weekend, ham radio? Okay, nothing heard. Whiskey 8, Foxtrot November Golf. Jameson, how are you doing this evening?
Yeah, good evening, guys. W8FNG. Nothing too new this last week. Been pretty busy. I have been trying to decide what to do next, whether to invest in some satellite equipment or continue with the HF spending. But always fun. Been monitoring a lot of FT8 on the higher bands, and watching the propagation there in the mornings is always fun. So hope you guys all had a good week. Have a good weekend. 7-3 till next time from W8FNG. Back to net.
All right, well, thanks, Jameson. Glad you had a good week. November 8th, Charlie Hotel Oscar. Nathan, how was your week in ham radio?
My week's been pretty good overall. Haven't done a whole lot of ham radio, but I've been hunting for my photo parts and actually hit 50 states today. Finally managed to get Hawaii on content, so that was super exciting earlier today. That's really what it's been next week. Back to that. Thanks.
All right, well, great. Congrats on Hawaii. Kilo Bravo 6, Alpha Zulu. David, how was your week in ham radio? Okay, nothing heard from Kilo Bravo 6, Alpha Zulu. Kilo Bravo 2, November. How was your week in ham radio?
And thanks for picking me up tonight. Really, I haven't had too much time on radio, but enjoying most of my time. But Falcon is getting a digital there, and if you're a way up from my area, I'm going to come over top. It's fun to play around with that. And, looking forward to getting back to the HF as we go on a little bit.
Well, great. Thank you for your report. Alpha Echo 4, Alpha Whiskey, Mike. I don't know if you can hear me, but good evening. How was your week in ham radio?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty well, actually. So my big radio is
back to net.
Okay, well, I can barely hear you there, but back to net. So, back to you, Evan. I think that's the end of my list. Whiskey 8 Kilo Juliet Romeo. This is K7 UAP.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for helping us pick up some people that were in my skip zone tonight. I appreciate it. It's kind of funny to have relays from like Ohio and Tennessee and stuff like that being relayed via Washington. But hey, that's the way the bands are right now, and I'm okay with that. So this is W8K, out to the Ham Radio Crash Course Weekly HF Net. We have reached the bottom of our list again, so we'll open it up to see if anybody else wants to join us. Tonight, please come now with your call sign phonetically.
Whiskey 0, Whiskey Lima Alpha, Mobile.
Okay, Whiskey 0, Whiskey Lima Alpha, and Whiskey Victor 5, Germany. There's a couple familiar voices. Anybody else? Okay, Whiskey 0, Whiskey Lima Alpha. Good evening, Bill. What's new with you in radio? Go ahead.
Not much, I guess. Enjoying the higher solar flux numbers. Trying to get around 10 meters and 12. I don't know why. If I'm the only one, but 12 meters seems to be the most neglected band I work. I probably only worked it a handful of times in the last year, but just enjoying the propagation. Working FM simplex to the East Coast from Colorado the other day with 100 watts, and I enjoy making it into those repeaters once in a while too. There's a couple FM repeaters I can get into there, but that's about it. Thanks, Evan, for taking the net and running net control. I'll turn it back over to you. W0 WLA.
Okay, Bill, great signal from the mobile tonight. You're about 5'8" here in Ohio. Thanks for joining us in the fun. Well, let's see. Daniel decided to take an In-N-Out burger tonight, so anybody else that wants to check into the Ham Radio Crash Course, guys, come now. Okay, I've got Kilo Delta 2 Hotel 2 Lima. Nice and loud tonight, and then not quite as loud. Still an easy copy. K7 US. Good evening, Idaho Evan, also known as Ethan. Anybody else for the Ham Radio Crash Course net? Come now. Hotel Delta again. KI5 NHD. You are 5'8" in Ohio tonight. We'll be back to you soon for comments. Anybody else? Zulu Whiskey Sierra. One more time.
Zulu Whiskey Sierra.
Whiskey 0 ZWS got you added to the list, and we'll be back soon for comments. Anybody else? It's pretty up and down tonight. Sorry about that. We'll just got to do what we can do. Anybody else looking to check in, please come now. Okay, first up for comments, Kilo Delta 2 Hotel Zulu Lima. Welcome to the Ham Radio Crash Course net. Let us know what you've been doing with radio in the past week, maybe an accomplishment or a project you're working on. Go ahead.
Good evening. Major Matt, myself, is kind of thing on here in November, Juliet, New Jersey. Nothing much to say. I just, live, so that we have set up the radio, and I heard you guys do it for music. Nonetheless, I became a general over the summer.
Okay, Matt. Well, it was a pleasure to meet you, and I appreciate you coming over here to say hello to us. And Big thanks to Natalie, also known as Glam Ham, for mentioning us on her screen tonight. That's fantastic. So if you're unfamiliar, this is the Ham Radio Crash Course Net, just a friendly community of hams that exists because of a YouTube channel of the same name and the work that Josh does there. But we have a lot of fun here on HF and give everyone a chance to let us know what they've been doing with the hobby and share the excitement with others. So thank you for joining us tonight. I do hope to hear you again. We're out here every Friday night on 3 meters. Next up, Kilo Echo 7, Delta, Uniform X-Ray. Good evening, Ethan. You know the drill. Go ahead. Okay, Ethan, hopefully that was back to net. You started out loud, that just dropped off. So, hey, thanks for joining us tonight, and good job on the digital net last night. That was cool. Let's see, next up, Kilo India 5, November Hotel Delta. Thanks for checking in with us tonight on the HRCC net. What have you been doing with radio in the past week? Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Kilo India 5, Hotel Delta. Not really doing a whole lot. Forced to do a little bit of D-Star up here in northwest Oklahoma.
Okay, sounds like you're having fun with the digital modes, and you got a good signal from Oklahoma tonight. About 5-7 here into Ohio. Thanks for checking in. Hope to have you join us again. Whiskey Zero, Zulu, Whiskey Sierra, thanks for joining us tonight. Hopefully you're still hearing me. If you are, let us know what you've been up to with radio. Maybe a project you're working on or recent accomplishments. Go ahead.
Oh, very good. Damon Coy, Charlie Oscar, the Yokohama, and I'm in Wichita, Kansas. Oh, I don't know. I like to repair, fix up old radios, fix up radios. The antennas are my forte. I don't know. There's just so much stuff to do in this hobby that I try and get it all in. And I do it all as a blind ham radio operator. So my favorite mode is CW, and I like to take the back over to you. Over.
Okay, well, those were a few of my favorite things as well. Thanks for checking in, Corey. Pleasure to have you join us. And, I wish I knew enough to refurbish old radios, but I do enjoy listening to them, and I do enjoy using them. I sure do love to build antennas. So, hey, thanks for checking in with us tonight. I do hope you'll consider doing so again. We're out here at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, Friday nights on 40 meters. I have once again reached the bottom of my list, so let's do this. James W7 Echo Yankee, are you by chance still in there? You're hearing everybody tonight. I want to see if you do a relay call for me if you're still there.
Yeah, I'm still here. This is Whiskey 7 Echo Yankee. Relay for net control. We're taking check-ins for the HRCC net. Come now. Any check-ins for the HRCC net? Come now.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Alpha Alpha Charlie.
All right, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Alpha Alpha Charlie got you in there. Is there anybody else that wants to late check-in to the HRCC net? Come now. Okay, I got a Kilo Juliet 7 Zulu something. Was it Kilo Juliet 7 Zulu Yankee? Zulu Yankee Kilowatt QSL? Okay, I think I got you there. Kilo Juliet 7 Zulu Yankee Kilo. Anybody else check in for the HRCC net? Okay, I hear somebody in there really weak. Was it Kilo 2 Delta Echo Romeo? Okay, Kilo 2 Delta Echo Juliet. Okay, I think I haven't got you in there. We're good there. Anybody else for the HRCC net? Come now.
We got you on the list, my friend. We're back soon for comments.
Okay, I think that's it. The stations I heard were weak. It sounded like you heard them. This is Whiskey 7 Echo Yankee, back to net control.
Okay, thanks. And real quick, I know K2DEJ, I just want to see, are you hearing me? W8KJR, can you copy me? Okay, I'll take the 5/8. Yeah, I think you're hearing James better than he's hearing you, and you guys doubled. So I wanted to let you know that you are on the list. And since I've got you, I'll let you go ahead with your comments, okay?
All right, where are you located, please?
David in Albany, New York. Okay, I am located in Northwest Ohio, near Toledo. I call Whiskey 8 Kilo Juliet Romeo. Back to you. Hey, no problem. Well, you joined the Ham Radio Crash Course Net. Thank you for your comments. Radio sounds nice to me. You're about a 5'7" to 5'8" here. So good luck with your adventure on that, and 73 to you. Let's do this, because the others were definitely West Coasters. James, do you mind calling the other two you picked up, KF0AOC and K37ZYK?
Yeah, roger. This is Whiskey 7 Echo Yankee, relay for net control. Let's jump down to Kilo Foxtrot 0 Alpha Alpha Charlie. Tell us what you did this week in ham radio. Okay, I've got heavy QRM. I think he's QRT. Does anybody else hear him? Okay, I think he's done. Kilo Juliet 7, Zulu Yankee Kilo. Go ahead, tell us what you did this week in ham radio. The Kilo Juliet 7 Zulu station that checked in earlier. Go ahead. Okay, yeah, I'm not hearing anything on him. I heard him earlier, but I've got a little bit of QRM now, but I couldn't even hear if anybody was there. So this is Whiskey 7 Echo Yankee. Give it back to net control.
Okay, James. Hey, thanks for your help with the relays there. Much appreciated. Boy. Well, we flew through the list again. This is W8KJR for the Ham Radio Crash Course Net. Late check-in. If you still want to get in here, come now with your call sign. Okay, I think that about wraps it up. Man, this was a fun net. We had a great crowd in here tonight. Thank you to everybody for checking in. Thanks to Matt, K7UAP, and James, W7EY, for helping me out with some additional ears. That's always appreciated. This has been the HRCC Net. It's a friendly group of radio amateurs that exists because of the YouTube channel of the same name. Be sure and check out the live stream on Saturday. Should be a fun one with, Tech Tucker, I think is his name. So I'm looking forward to it anyway. So with that, we do meet every Friday, 9:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Pacific here on 40 meters, wherever we can find a spot. So with that 73 to all, everyone enjoy that 200 plus SFI this weekend. Any contest or POTA that you're doing, I hope you have a blast with it. From the cornfields of Northwest Ohio, this is W8KJR, 73 to all.
Thanks for running the net even.
73, everybody.
73, everybody.